got one question, right? Are there any men left on the planet with no kids? Y'all all baby fathers? All of y'all? Oh my God.
The young lady in the opening clip asked the question, are there any black men that don't have kids? 51% of black men are single and childless. The reason that this woman can't find a man without kids is because she is making the same mistake that most women are making. They are talking to the same types of dudes and wonder why they get the same results. What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Sean C. Today we're going to look at a video that goes into the narrative that we are seeing with modern women today. You see a number of modern women who have good men, but let them go because they think they can do better. You're gonna wanna stick around for the last video. The last video is the result of what is gonna happen to a lot of these modern women if they keep choosing the way that they are. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and with that being said, let's get started.
So Tia Mowry left her husband of 14 years. He didn't cheat on her. He earned a great wage. He was a good-looking man. They had children together. He supported her, been by her side. She outgrew him. And now she's doing interviews and she's saying how she's 44 years old or 44 years young and there's nobody in her DMs. This should not be surprising to her, even though I think that it is.
So listen, we all know what's going on with Tia Mowry right now. She is out in the news. She is out in the public. She is putting on the persona that she is living her best life. She left a good man. She left a good father because she wasn't happy. Because whatever was going on, she felt that she had to get out there. And what she's gonna learn is that these streets are cold. A lot of these so-called quote unquote successful women think that their success is gonna draw them men. Think that just because they have a little hair, a little makeup, a little nails, that's gonna draw them a man for the long term. But what she's gonna find out is that a lot of dudes would probably still hit that. A lot of dudes would still probably try to get with her. But what they're not gonna do is they're not gonna go and wife up a woman who had a good man and toss that dude away. What is the next dude supposed to think? Hey, if I come in there, be a good dude and do all these things, what is she gonna do to me when she gets bored? She gonna toss your ass to the side. That's exactly what she gonna do. And a lot of these women are going off of emotion instead of looking at, hey, I have a good family. Let's make this thing work. Let's make this thing work for the kids. Let's get to where we gotta get to. I think that she is just ungrateful for what she has, because what I'm seeing in these streets is you see a lot of these women on here crying, wishing they had a good man. And you have women that have good men and leave them for the stupidest ass reasons. But if women continue to go down this path, they're gonna end up like this next woman.
When do you settle? When do you compromise? Or do you at all? As for me, I've been single a pretty long time. Never thought it would be this long. I have to admit, when I got divorced a long time ago, I was a little arrogant. I was in my mid-30s and I knew I was a good catch. Good woman, educated, great career, amazing mom, and I was a great wife. Cook, clean, do all that. So I kind of was a little arrogant and thought, oh, it's no problem. I'm gonna be married in 2 to 3 years. Well, it's been a long, long time. And honestly, not even gotten close. Sometimes, like a lot of women in my situation that I've talked to, that you ask yourself, well, when do you give up? When do you give up on finding the one? Or do you? As for me, I go back and forth. Sometimes I go, well, I just need to be with Mr. Right Now. Doesn't give me butterflies, but he's a good man. He's nice. He likes me. Don't have much in common, but he calls, so I talk to him. Or sometimes you've got the one that gives you butterflies, but he's unreliable and not dependable. He's broke. You got to take him out to dinner. We've all done that. Those are never sustaining long-term relationships. So the question is, do you compromise? Well, where I am right now, today, I'm going to say no.
I think one of the biggest false narratives that women today are telling themselves, which is leaving them single, which is leaving them alone, which is leaving them with no husband, is that they are settling if they get with a regular guy. Now listen, I had this conversation with my mom. This exact conversation, just like this woman. She's over 60 or at 60. My mom is over 60 as well. well. And the conversation I had to have was a tough one with my mom. I had to let her know, you want a certain type of guy. You want him to look a certain way. You want him to be in shape a certain way. You want him to smell a certain way. You have all these requirements for the type of man that you want. But the type of man that women like this one that we just saw and that my mom wants, those guys still have their shit together. They still look good enough to pull women that are younger than them, women that are in their 50s, women that are in their 40s, and in some cases they can pull women in their 30s or younger. Women like this one and women like my mother are waiting for these type of dudes, but they're not going to show up. These guys have more options. Usually the type of men that are left over are either divorcees that still want to talk to women their age, or it's men that usually have some type of health problems and need someone to help care for them. This is not to badmouth any older women on trying to find a dude, but if hope is a strategy that these women want to use to try to get a good man, then a lot of them going to find themselves dying alone. A lot of them going to find themselves with cats and dogs and drinking their wine and on antidepressants. I think that black women today are destroying their own happiness because they think that the grass is greener on the other side. Whereas the grass that they have, other people, other women envy. They're doing their thing. They're independent. They're living their best life. So, hey, let them.